recording.
Right. Hey, Facebook.
Facebook.
Why do we always look so dark on Facebook?
It's how close the camera is to the light and the refractory of the trigeminal cofactor of the dilithium crystal causes the
This is what happens when you watch Discovery.
Yeah.
All morning.
Anyway, so yes.
Hey, Strong Marriage.
Hey, Strong Marriage.
Today is Saturday. July, I could say September.
July
20th.
20th.
And we are talking about how to work through feelings of disappointment, part 2. We started last week, and my husband would not allow you guys to miss out on all the good benefits of discussions. So
we're going to
he made me do a part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Can't be rushing through
I was
stuff.
going to rush it. I was going to give you the last 4.
No.
And yeah, we should take time so that you can benefit. All that good stuff.
Ooh,
So
I almost forgot. I got to do I always do my phone when we're starting. So you can start and I'll just hold on my phone.
He could just hold his phone. Okay.
Yeah, make it look like
so YouTube Live. I'm hoping that you guys are seeing me. My screen is just totally dark.
Yes.
So I'm really hoping that you guys could see something that I can't see. So last week, my generous husband. Oh wait, for all of you newbies, I'm Coach Tenisha, the founder of Strong Marriage, and I'm a marriage coach. And this is
I'm Coach Chris, leadership coach.
And so us two, we joined together 30-some years ago. We're adding our expertise in our coaching field to make a holistic blend. He's got his theme music.
It's our theme music. So.
Don't look any further. You have the perfect marriage coach team right here.
All right. Stop before they mute us. You have 15 seconds. Okay.
So, welcome again to Strong Marriage Live, where we discuss topics that are going to
be relevant.
Be relevant to your relationships. We give you insights, tips, strategies, and tools.
Love my tools.
He loves his toolkits. We have one for you today. So that you can build the marriage of your dreams. You do know that you can have the marriage of your dreams, right? Yes, you can, and we are here to help you do that. So, first we're going to review the
from last week.
And then we'll go on with the next ones, okay?
As always, the first thing is always communication, open communication.
Yes, you have to have that communication. And as I said before, you can go into the Strong Marriage group and just search communication, and there's loads and loads of articles and things in there for you to get detailed. Also, wrote a book. And if you have your copy of Marriage 101, The Basics of Sexy by Mrs. Tenisha Collins.
That's a good read.
Then there's a whole chapter on effective communication. What I mean when I say that and how to do it.
So communicate openly.
Number 2.
No, you gotta say what it is. Do a quick summary.
No, because we're gonna be here all day.
Oh,
come on, we're just running through the
Listen actively.
We're gonna listen actively.
Means we're gonna pay attention.
Yes.
To your patient.
Yes. To your patient. Yes.
To the patient.
He went back to the ER.
To your partner's perspective. Yes. Identify the root cause.
Why are you having? Okay, top of the table. Why are you having a disagreement? Let's get to the root cause and not the surface issue.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Set realistic expectations.
Yes, you have to know what they are, and then you have to set them together.
Yes.
Number 5.
Focus on solutions.
Focus on solutions. Never come to the feedback loop or complaint counter without a solution.
Positives. Focus on positives.
Yes. Number 6.
Practice patience and forgiveness.
Patience and forgiveness. I always say when you go into a marriage, when you go into a relationship, you have to go in saying, I'm going to forgive. Why? Because God has forgiven you.
Yes. Yes, and even if the other person's not at that stage yet, you have to be at that stage.
Yes.
For ever to even get to agreement.
Yes. The whole point of marriage is agreement.
Agreement.
It's blending two lives together. I played that song, Blending, with Terry Crews. You are
talking
to
about
blend.
the movie Blended with that guy and that girl.
Those are the two I like playing together.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler and
Drew Barrymore. Yes.
I love when those two are in the movie. Anyway, the point of a marriage is to blend two lives into one.
Yes.
Like I did that, two lives into one. So, in order to do that, you have to forgive. We are not flawless individuals.
No.
We have many faults.
Yes.
And you're going to add two people with two different upbringings, two different thoughts, two different personalities,
yes,
and try to make them one. So you have to be patient.
You do.
Thank you for being patient with me.
No, thank you for being patient with me.
And you have to forgive. You have to
take a lot of
just.
patience.
Yes. No.
I do.
No, I do.
No. Anyway.
So you have to go into it with patience and forgiveness, and that is our first 6. So last week we discussed in detail what each of those are and how you use them in order to work through or eliminate disappointment.
Yes.
So
The first one's communicate.
yes, that
Openly.
is like
That's like the main part.
the main one.
That's your skeleton that you have to build everything off of.
If you can effectively communicate, then you kind of can get through everything else.
Because you have to communicate at the level of the person that you're talking to. Can't talk down to them, can't talk underneath them. You have to talk at the same level for them to understand.
You can talk over their head.
You can try to explain everything you want, but if they can't understand what you're saying, and tone makes a difference.
Ooh, tone is a big thing. So if you like more information, if you want to know how to effectively communicate, you are in luck, because guess what?
What? Pray tell.
We have a virtual marriage conference, and tickets are on sale right now at the early bird special of just $20.
Yeah, get it before it goes up, and it's going up pretty quick.
Yes, on July the 23rd. So next week, tickets increase to $25.
$25.
So you want to get your tickets now. And in the conference, we're going to have expert speakers, pastors, and the marriage coaches and marriage and family pastors.
And toolkits.
Are going to toolkits are going to speak into your life, and we're going to be talking and focusing on effective communication, deepening intimacy, and what's the other one?
Talking about those things that people don't talk about.
Yes, that S word. But anyway, let's go.
Yes.
So we're going to start with number 7. The 7 strategy or tool that you can use to work through disappointment is reaffirming your commitment.
Reaffirming your commitment.
And you're going to say, hey, how does reaffirming my commitment to somebody help me work through disappointment?
Because we have to reconfirm our commitment to our relationship and our bond that we have together.
So if we're having a disagreement, you know, our example last week was that I was disappointed because I was left at our lunch date, and so I was disappointed about it. He didn't show up to the lunch date.
It wasn't the real me.
It wasn't real.
No.
Just an example. But that's the example we're using. So if we're talking about reaffirming the commitment, when he finally addresses me and when we talk about the issue, he's going to reaffirm that I am for you. We are on the same team. I'm still in love with you. All those things that basically, you know, caught me, so that we continue to get on that same page.
Yes.
That's what unity is, being on the same page.
Yes.
So when you reaffirm that commitment, you place one another in a position to get back on the same page. You remind each other about your commitment to the relationship and your dedication to help build the trust and the sense of security in the relationship.
So one of the toolkits that we have, we're making available for you that you'll be able to download, which of course is the 40 prompts for your communication tools.
So that is your free gift today in Strong Marriage. The link to that toolkit will be placed in the comment section right after we finish airing, we go off the air.
Yes.
And for YouTube, the link is already in the description.
Yeah.
So
just click on it and download it, and it's something that you'll be able to use from now on.
Mm-hmm.
It's your eye segments. Number
That's
one,
really good, really
number
good.
one of this whole toolkit travel thing.
Yes.
Yes,
I mean, lots of toolkits, more toolkits to come. He loves his tools.
I do. I do. It keeps me out of trouble, and it can keep you out of trouble too.
It's the way you build the marriage of your dreams.
It's a process. It's just like with work. At work, you have a process that you follow to make sure everything works right. You have conferences you go to make sure your work is going. You get the motivation. You get fed. Likewise, you should have the same thing in your marriage. You should have a toolkit, a process that you have in your marriage to handle every situation.
Right.
Just like if there's a disaster at work, you know what to do because there's a handy dandy notebook that you follow. Why does not your marriage? Why do you not go to the conferences that your business has when your marriage could have the same conference? The exact same thing.
Did y'all hear that? If you go to conferences for your business, and I know it's big these days. A lot of people are going to these conferences and they're getting pumped up about their business and they're learning how to do business.
Yeah,
what about your marriage?
Marriage should be just as important. You should spend more time on your marriage than you do at work because your marriage affects everything you do at work and work affects everything that you do at home. So spend that time away from work concentrating and building on your marriage. So we'll help you with the toolkits, getting everything in set and get your process in order so that you have your own written toolkit or guide for your marriage built around what your standards are, what your morals are. Because my morals and my standards are not the same thing as yours. Mine may be higher than yours. Yours may be higher than mine, but it's going to be yours and what your family deals with. And then, of course, when your kids get old enough, you hand this toolkit to your kids, and then they can build off of it. And that way you're able to pass down your knowledge. I was going to give the scripture. Bring up a child.
Just in the way they should go, and when they're older, then I would depart from it. It's in the book of Proverbs.
Yes, and that's what you should do. Date your children, teach your children, show them the example that they should be and what they should follow. And it also goes for your family. Let your family see who you are and what you represent, then they can follow that because even though they may not say it, they see who you are and what you do. They're watching because if you mess up, trust me, they're going to call you out on it. But if you don't and you're doing all the things, trust me, they look up to you.
Doing all the things.
All the things.
All the things.
So the toolkit for reaffirming commitment. So you have to, one of the toolkits that you're going to have is going to be a commitment pledge.
Ooh.
And this is between you and your wife or your husband and his wife, whatever the spouse is. But what you're going to do is you're going to write and share a pledge of commitment to each other. So work on this together. You write yours, she write hers, and then you combine them as in one pledge. It could be short 1-paragraph pledge. It could be a full 2-3 paragraph pledge. But this is your pledge or your affirmation for what your marriage is and what you're going to do. The second thing you're going to have is your affirmation cards, which we do have that also as a toolkit. And the affirmation cards basically are the daily affirmations to reinforce your dedication to your marriage and what that is.
I like that. Yeah.
So let me give you a pledge template. Let's do it real quick.
Let's go.
I, Chris, commit to daily prayer for our family because I love and value our relationship.
I like that. It can turn into the mission of your marriage.
It is your mission of your marriage. It's your manifesto.
I like that. Okay. So you heard it here. The commitment pledge. Yeah, that's a great toolkit. You know what? That is like a great date night. You two just get together.
Not my date night.
Romantic time.
I know that. We do that on a different day.
And
They ain't doing my date night on that.
date night are many different things.
Yes.
Extracurricular bedroom activities is a date night, as well as going, walking and talking.
But what we're going to do, we're going to set a little time apart in order to do this right here. Yes, during the daytime.
It's quality time together.
Quality time.
Quality time
Yes, it's quality time.
Oh my goodness. Number 8.
You know, a good date night would be when you go out and say, hey, let's go work on this together, and you can eat and work on it at the same time when you're talking about it.
That's true.
You can sit there and say, oh, how's your scapini? Your
Scampini?
Scampini. It's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
It's a new thing. How's your scampini? Oh, it's delicious, honey. Oh,
I pledge to you.
I pledge to you. I learned how to say scampini.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we're joking around, but that's a great date.
Yeah, it is a good date.
It's you having quality time together.
And going over something.
That's important to the
Not
relationship.
talking about the kids.
Yes.
Not talking
that's
about
hard.
work.
Yeah. Not talking about anybody else.
What are our kids' names again?
Right?
Who
that, Harpo?
I don't know who that is.
Who that man on that horse? He didn't say man. But
So number 8.
Number 8. Sorry. That's where our children get it from.
Yes. Invest in quality time.
Yes.
So this leads into quality time.
See, that was a perfect segue.
It was a
we love the word
segue.
segue too.
Yes. But it is a good segue. But
yeah. So quality time is that time where you can,
Connection.
it's intimacy. That is how you two got together in the first place.
And we're not talking intimate like you're having sex intimate. It's talking about intimate is
Emotional
time that you're able
intimacy.
to bond with each other. You sit next to each other, you touch, you talk. You talk to the person, not at the person.
Sharing your feelings.
Sharing your feelings.
Sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your goals, your dreams, your visions.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But that's what you do.
Some of us share more than others.
Yes, they do. Yes.
But it's important. That's how you share your life. You share your experiences, and then you create new experiences together.
Yes.
That's quality
I had
time.
an idea. Anyway, so.
Oh my.
So activity planner.
Text me.
Activity planner is your toolkit for this one.
Okay.
So what are you going to do with your activity planner? Activity planner is going to schedule regular activities that you both enjoy and to do them together. So what's something we both enjoy doing together? Well, for me,
Eating.
well, we do love to go out to eat places and do different things. I would say I like walking through shopping centers, but that's not what she likes to do. I like window shopping and doing things like that. But
I
that's
like
not,
window shopping
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, I like window shopping.
I like going to comic book stores.
I like going to comic book stores.
Yeah.
I like going to Comic-Con. So if anybody out there has tickets, help us out.
Yes. But just doing different things that you like to do together. You know, whether it's going on a hike or going to the beach. But do things together that you both like to do.
And let me put a little pin in that here. Say there's going to be some things that one of the other doesn't like. Like he doesn't really like the beach, but I like the beach.
But I like the beach when I get there. I just don't like the process of
getting there.
having to go to the beach. You know what I'm talking about. You know, there's certain things that you don't like to do, but once you're there, it's like, oh, this is totally fine. I could do this more. Until you leave and you're like, man, I don't want to do that again.
I think that's the introvert in you.
It is. It is.
That's the introvert.
Yeah, people don't realize I'm an introvert, but no, I don't.
So if there are things that one or the other doesn't like, say it's the beach, you don't want to go to the beach. Sometimes you go to the beach anyway because your partner enjoys that, and vice versa. Say I don't like golfing, but sometimes I will be the caddy person,
Yeah,
to
that's
carry
the
your
caddy.
stuff.
Yes.
Then I can do that and be with him because that's being together. That's
Yes.
quality time, and that's sharing one another's interests. It doesn't have to be every single time, but definitely should be some times where you are joining your spouse even if you don't like the activity. And
Yes.
then you create things that both of you like. You never liked them before, but as a couple, you have grown to love it together.
Yeah. And then, of course, with that, you have to make sure, like, the activities sort of similar to our 7, 7, and 7 that we have, where on that 7th, the middle 7, you would go out and do for 24 hours something together that you both like. Something for 24 hours, just you and him, that you both like together for 24 hours, away from everything.
That takes a lot of energy, huh? 24 hours?
24 hours. But you don't have to do one thing, but you're doing a bunch of different things that you both like together. So,
that sounds fun.
And quickly refresh 7, 7, and 7. So every 7 days,
you go on a date.
You go on a date. Someplace, out to eat, out to walking. But something that you do as a date, you go do that. Every 7 weeks. That's when you do the 24 hours.
Yeah. So it could be a 24-hour getaway.
Yeah.
Where you just leave and maybe go to a hotel or go, what we like to do is kind of like drive to a city that you enjoy.
But 24 hours just together?
24 hours together.
And just doing something that you both
No
like?
work.
No.
No children.
Don't bring stuff with you.
No grandkids.
Nope.
Just enjoying one another.
And then every 7 months you go on
vacation.
a mini vacation. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the 777 principle.
But going back to where we were, that's part of that, and that's that quality time. You have a quality time jar as part of your toolkit, so it's just a little jar.
Oh, those what's those little
mason?
The mason jars. Yes.
I knew what you're talking about before. So you got the little mason jar, the big mason jar. Let's start with the little mason jar.
Yes.
And then you're just going to write down activities on a slip of paper, and then each week you're going to draw one of those activities.
Ooh, I thought of that last night. Last night I thought of a quality time jar.
Yes.
I'll tell you about it after.
Yeah,
what we're gonna put in
it's
it.
in the toolkit.
It's a new game.
Yes.
All right.
It was already written down.
Yeah.
It was already there.
I made it
So
different.
yes, those are certain things that you can do.
Number 9.
Number 9.
This is seek professional help. So if disappointment is deeply rooted, that means it has caused you to turn bitter and resentful. You can't get your way back to the same page. Or it's persistent. It's like continuous over and over and over. And both of you are getting bogged down by this disappointment. You're going to consider seeking help from a marriage counselor or therapist.
Yes, the next step up.
Yes.
Somebody that can lay out the plan for you that's certified and professional with the state.
A healthcare professional.
Yes.
And let me tell you why I say this, because a lot of people do not know the difference between a coach and a counselor and therapist.
Yes.
Of course, if you're in strong marriage, you can search for those keywords, and I have several articles in there about the differences. Coaches, we are not, well, he is a coach and a medical professional, but not in this particular field. But coaches are not medical healthcare professionals. And coaches do not deal with the past. We're not going back to your childhood and figuring out way back here what's happened. That is a therapist and a counselor. Coaches deal with what is now. We take you from point A, what are you dealing with right now, and then we help you to get to point B.
Give you an outcome and a goal that you can reach realistically.
Well, we help them come up with the goals,
Yes.
and then we help you.
Yes. Because we can't give it to you. We can help you create it.
Yes.
And then that way you can follow. Right.
So that's why we said if there is a deeply rooted disappointment and it's persistent, you need to go get some help. You need to have someone help you go back into your past.
Find out what's causing that.
Find out the root cause of that.
Root cause analysis.
Yes.
A deeper version. Yes.
So that is very important. You don't want to wait, because a lot of people, people that I've known who've been happily married and then all of a sudden they're divorced, and then they always say, I didn't know how I got here. How did we get here?
You saw it, but you just wasn't able to recognize
You
it.
didn't get the help when you needed.
Yeah.
So it's nothing is wrong with getting help. Everybody needs help. That's why God created us to be in relationships.
Well, they do it for work. You have the same thing set up at work. So when something's going on at work and you're having problems with getting a process done, they have people to come in and help you.
Yes, they do.
And you don't sit there and go, oh, I can't take help from
Right,
you
right.
because it's not right.
You hire an administrative assistant.
That's right. They bring consultants in.
Yeah, they
To
bring
come
consultants in to help
walk you through stuff. You have consultants called therapists all the time, but
all the time.
but you don't want to use those. Once again, what's more important,
Right.
work or your life
That's right.
or your wife?
And move your pride out of the way.
Yes,
If you need help, you need help. Get the help so that you can experience the bliss that God has created you to have. What's next?
Number 10, focus on the positives.
You are so good at this.
Yes, focus on the positives. Everything is awesome.
Yes.
Everything is some words that I don't know next. Everything is, this is from the Lego movie, flashback.
We have grandchildren. Can you tell?
Yes, I watched it myself.
It's a good movie.
I did.
They have a Lego Batman. But anyway, focus on the
No,
positive.
no.
It's a good movie.
Yes, it is.
You know, and I just wanted to point out, we say focus on the positive, look on the bright side, but really that's biblical, okay? The Bible tells you to think on things that are good and just and lovely and winsome and gracious. That's something we're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
So that is let's look at the positive. I know I'm disappointed right now, but the positive is this person loves me. They said, you know, I do to me, and they are for me. We are on the same team. Therefore, it's all right.
Yeah.
That by itself can lift you up out of that cloud of disappointment.
Yes. It's a wonderful thing to be able to come home and somebody's there to greet you, and you're not there by yourself. It's not lonely. You're not talking to the walls. You're not looking at the TV. Your mind isn't a mind that is idle and has a bunch of things to think about. It's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. Unless you're thinking on Jesus.
Yes. But a lot of times people are not.
Are not thinking on Jesus. That's why we have to keep our minds stayed on Him. And then we have peace.
That stinking thinking. Gotta get rid of that stinking thinking.
Get rid of that stinking thinking. So highlight the positive aspects of your relationship and what you appreciate about each other. This can help shift the focus from disappointment to gratitude. Gratitude is so important.
So that goes into our toolkit.
Yay!
It's a gratitude journal.
The gratitude journal.
Or the gratitude cards. But the journal is basically daily entries about what you appreciate about each other.
Oh, I like that. I'm getting this toolkit. This
And
is
then
nice.
you also have the positive reinforcement cards. And it's just like it says. They're cards with compliments and positive affirmations to share with the other person.
You know, that is a great idea. That for those of you who are like me, who forget a lot, and when someone asks you, you know, tell me something good about yourself, and you can't really think about it, well, you can write these down. And while you write it down for yourself, you can write it down for your spouse. And that will help you. If you look at that every day, it's going to be hard to be disappointed because you're constantly looking at all these good qualities and keeping them before you. That's a really good one.
That is a good one. I like that. I do like that because like a journal prompt would be, today I am grateful for, you use your partner's name, Tanisha, because her appetite for the Word of God.
Ooh, I was going to say something else. Praise the Lord.
Food. Appetite for the Word of God is infectious with not just this household, but our entire family, because they all know who God is, who Jesus is, and they seek after Him.
Amen.
Amen.
You're trying to get some kisses on there, y'all. Okay?
Oh, I'm going to get my kisses.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to get my kisses.
Oh, I love it. I
So
love
following these steps, following these toolkits, this is something that will help quite a bit. I didn't do the toolkit for the professional help. That was a professional checklist, but just to have a preparation checklist. So when you go talk to somebody, you just don't go in, just like if you go to the doctor's office, you go to the hospital, you can't sit there, you had all these problems, you don't go in there telling people what's going on, because that's not what you need to do. You just need to have questions to ask and what to expect in therapy or in the hospital or you go see a medical professional. Just have your questions ready to ask.
Right.
So a lot of times when people listen to you, that's a professional, they don't want you to tell them everything that's going on with you. They want to know the questions that you want to have answered. Why is my stomach acting like this? Why is this happening? Why is that? Why do we always get in these arguments when we talk about such and such? Then they can break it down to and go backwards to find out exactly what it is that's causing that.
Okay.
But if you tell the person, you're only going to be telling us the symptom, not what's actually causing the problem.
Well, that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. So asking, clarifying, we're not asking clarifying questions.
No, asking questions.
Just asking questions to help start the process of finding out, what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So what specific issues do we want to address in therapy? You're asking that question.
Right. We're talking about, okay, so to answer that question, we have a lot of disappointment, and we need to find out what the root cause is.
Right. So when I do my coaching sessions and talk about it, that's one of the things that I need to know. What is your goal? Right. What are you trying to accomplish? What is it that you want to reach out of your marriage? What is it that you want to make in the next month, the next 4 months, and the next year? Where do you want to be? Right. And then once you find out what the goal is and where the person wants to be, you can always work backwards.
Gotcha.
Just like when you're driving in a car and say, I want to go to San Francisco, or I want to go to Louisville, Kentucky. I want to go to Tampa, Florida. I want to go to, I'm not going to go to Tampa. I want to go to some place, but before I could ever start to get there, I have to know where I'm starting.
Right.
I can't have a map go from Arizona to Louisville
because I'm not in Arizona.
I have to go from where I am now to where I'm going. That's why it's hard to take somebody else's life and try to put it on yours, because they're at a different stage. They're at a different part of where they are.
Different experience.
Different experience. You have to know where you are.
So yes. So there was a comment actually saying something like that. This is just general. Everybody's different. Yes. This is general information. You have to be able to take these tools and strategies and apply it to your situation.
Yes.
And if that is not working for you, that's why we offer one-on-one coaching services. That's why we say if something is so rooted and so deep, we suggest that you seek that professional help from a marriage counselor.
Yes.
So yes, while we are giving, these tips or tools, and that's general, you apply them and mold them and change them and adapt them to your relationship, because you know what's happening in your household.
We're just giving you the skeleton of what's there. You have to build the body out. But if you can't build, you don't know where the tibia and the fibia is, and you need help with that, that's what we're for. That's what we come in, and we help you flesh out the full body. Right.
And we do these sessions just so that you know that we are like you. We are flawed individuals, but we have experienced many years. Many years of wedded bliss.
Yes.
From using the tools that we're talking about. So we've adapted them for our life, and we are confident that we can help you adapt them to yours.
Yes. No, don't forget, because we're about to sign off. Marriage conference.
The marriage conference is
October 31st. August 31st. Why was I thinking October too?
I was. And that's why I like calling, because I'm like, it's not October. It's August 31st, 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
Pacific Standard
Time.
Yes.
And tickets right now until the 23rd are just $20.
Yes.
Registration is open. I'll go ahead and drop some links.
Please get in there early, because once it fills up, it fills up.
It's going to fill up. We don't want a bunch of people on the Zoom room, so that we can see it. Yeah, they limit it to 100, but I don't. Yeah, so we'll just go from there. Get your tickets, and next Saturday we will not be here live with you.
We won't?
No, we will not, because we will be with our church picnic.
We'll be doing from the picnic. Yes. We will have our live from the picnic if we get there in time from the thing. If not, we'll do it from the car. If not that, then we'll pre-record it. But something, you'll see something.
You'll see a nice video. See a nice video. All right. This is Coach Tenisha Collins letting you know that I'm with Chris, and we can attest that you can have the marriage of your dreams. You just have to build it.
Take on the day.
Bye, Strong Marriage.